everyone! We are getting real up close and personal today, but not too close because then I'd be out of focus. Today I wanted to share with you a new makeup removal tool that I've been using for about the past month or so. This is made by the company Innisfree and it is called the Soft Perfect Cleanser. This is the box and this is the cleanser. If you follow my blog, you know that I use and love using the Foreo Luna Mini. Basically a cleanser that is made of soft silicone. When you turn it on, it has supersonic vibrations which help to kind of scrub the dirt and oil off your face. It works really well for me. It's kept my skin really happy for the last year or so that I've been using it. Let's talk about Innisfree for a second. Innisfree is a South Korean beauty brand that I believe is a little bit younger on the market. I think they launched in the early 2000s. Up until now, they haven't been in the US really. They do offer global shipping, including shipping to the US, and you can obtain their items through sites like Amazon and whatnot, but they haven't really had a direct way to reach the US market up until now. So this past September, they actually launched their first retail store in New York City. I think somewhere in Brooklyn? I mean, it doesn't really matter to me because I don't live there. But it is exciting in that they are moving into the US beauty market with the potential for growth to other cities in the future. I myself haven't been to that New York store or anything. I actually got my Innisfree products for my trip to China. China being so close to South Korea, they actually do have a lot of shared commodities. One of the imports into China is Innisfree. Very popular there, people love it. I hadn't heard of this cleanser or anything before I went into the store. I didn't go there to get it specifically. When I saw it, I noted how similar it looked to the Foreo in terms of like just the silicone finish. Like they have this soft kind of matte finish, and also the pattern of the bristles here. So like we have some thinner and softer bristles in the kind of the body of the front here, as well as a tip that has the harder bristles. And also when you turn it around in the back, it has more of the thicker, harder bristles. And if you see this, they even have like a similar base, kind of this like acrylic base. I actually checked and they both have the same kind of charger port. Obviously this one has a cover on it, which is an interesting addition because this one doesn't have one, and you know, I get this wet every time I rinse it off, which is every day I use it, and it doesn't have any issues with like zapping me or anything. So I'm not actually sure if this is necessary. And if it is, it's a little worrisome just because it may be less safe to use than something like this. Overall, very similar. I would say obviously like the shape is different and the color is different, but there's a lot of things that are really similar about these. Another difference that you'll notice on here, while it has the same divot in the middle, which acts as the power button, the Innisfree has the plus and minus sign. This design is more similar to the Foreo Mini 2, which is the successor to this. It is slightly more expensive. The up and down buttons are to change kind of the speed of it. The Mini 1 here has 2 speeds. I'm not exactly sure how many the Mini 2 has, but it's definitely more than 2. Whereas the Innisfree here actually has 5 speeds. If we number them 1 through 5, then it automatically, when you turn it on, starts on 3, and then you can move it down to 1 or up to 5. The other huge difference I wanted to point out, the Foreo, I purchased this for, I think it was retailing for $99 at the time, and I think it may have gone down in price now just because it's a little older of a model. The Innisfree was retailing for 190 RMB, which at the time that I was buying it was somewhere between $20 and $25. That's a huge price difference. Now, I've been looking online for this actual product and I haven't been able to find it, like not even on Innisfree's own website. I've only found like a couple of people who have posted pictures of this like on Instagram. Nothing really about it. A lot of like Chinese websites, and it makes me wonder if this was a product that was like exclusive to China, which is a little hard to believe given that the company is based in South Korea. That's just to say that I don't think this is actually being sold in the US, so I don't know how much it would cost if they were to import it in and sell it at the Innisfree stores. Just from going from the price I actually paid for it, this would be a fifth to a quarter of the cost of this. As much as I love the Foreo and talk it up to all my friends, I think it is a hard sell for some people because of the price tag. That was one of the key reasons also that I chose to get this. It's not like I needed one because I already had the Foreo, but I was just curious to see how it would match up in terms of performance. And just as another side note, because we are talking about Innisfree, I haven't tried any of these products yet, but I did pick up a few products while I was in the store buying this fancy little device. Innisfree is a brand known for using natural products from the island of Jeju. Better known, at least in my circle of friends, as the island where they always vacation in K-dramas. I swear, every K-drama I've seen, they're in Jeju at one point or another. I went on Korean Airlines a couple times. They'll give you like little bottles of water on the flight and it'll be like volcanic spring water from Jeju Island. I don't know much about Korean geography, to be honest, but it makes me feel like it's like the only vacation spot in Korea. Someone back me up on this or refute me. I would love to know more about it from someone who knows. They're famous for a lot of their skincare products, just, you know, as most K-beauty brands are. They have this line of different masks that you can use for different kinds of skin issues, and I chose the Jeju Volcanic Colored Clay Mask, which is supposed to be like purifying, and I haven't opened it up or anything, but I think it's charcoal based. Green tea cleansing foam, green tea balancing dual kit, which I think is just a little sample size of these. I think it's lotion and serum, these two things. Jeju Volcanic Pore Cleansing Foam. So a lot of cleansers. Out of all of these things, I actually only bought this and, you know, the device. Got everything else as like free samples. Whenever I get around to using all these things, I might come and talk about them, but I just wanted to show them to you in the meantime. What I wanted to do for you today is actually do a comparison demonstration of these two products. So it is the end of the day. I'm ready to take off my makeup. We're gonna do one half of my face with the Foreo and one half with the Innisfree cleanser. First step in taking off makeup is always to remove your eye makeup separately. And the next step, Korean headband. I just picked this up from a Korean shop. Just nice for keeping hair out of the way. The cleanser I'm going to be using today is my normal cleanser, which is the Origins Checks and Balances. Very gentle on the skin. It doesn't have any scrubbers in it. If you have a Foreo, you know you can't use anything that has like little micro beads or particles in it because they'll get stuck between the bristles. As you can see, I'll need a new bottle soon, but it's because I really like this stuff. Okay, let's get started here. I always try to wet my device before I do it just because it helps it lather a little bit better. So I click once to turn it on and I just get started on the face. The nice thing about the Foreo is it has an interval timer and it'll tell you when 30 seconds have passed. You're supposed to use it for about 2 minutes. I'm gonna use it just for 1 minute since I'm only doing half of my face. Okay, there you go, 1 minute. Turn this off. And here I'm gonna turn this one on. I'm actually going to set it up to the high setting. I feel like the high setting is more comparable to the setting that I use on the Foreo. So another difference about this device is that it does not have a timer. You do have to kind of keep an eye on the clock or just feel it out to kind of know when you're done. One advantage I actually think that this shape has over the Foreo is the kind of pointy end right here. I like that you can really go into the crevices of your face, whereas the other one is kind of hard to get the rounded shape into there. It's been about 1 minute. Just to make it fair, I'm just going to pause this. I'm gonna go wash the rest of this off and then we'll do a couple of swipe tests on both sides and see if there's any residue left. Okay, so we are squeaky clean, or at least theoretically we are. I'm just putting a few drops of makeup remover onto cotton pads. The makeup remover I'm using is Foreo Makeup Remover Cleansing Water. I'm going to do a few swipes on the Foreo side first. And then let's do the other side. I don't know how well you can see them with the lighting being kind of weird. We have the Foreo here and the Innisfree here. There is like maybe a little bit of like makeup residue on both of them. It's actually really hard to tell the difference between these two. If I switch them like this to even out the lighting, it pretty much looks the same. I would say that these two devices are very comparable in terms of their functionality, at least on a surface level. In conclusion, after a couple months of use, I have decided actually that the Foreo is still superior to this device. It mostly has to do with the feel of the device. The pulsations of the Innisfree device definitely are a little bit more jerky and ragged, whereas this one is very smooth. It almost feels like there's something rattling inside this thing when you use it. That's not like the greatest thing to feel. Again, just to reiterate, the advantage of this is definitely, first of all, the incredibly low price compared to this one, and also the point here, which will allow you to get to all the contours of your face. But I feel that with the quality of the feel as well as the timer function of the Foreo, I still would prefer to use this over this on a daily basis. And while it is true that this device is not very apparently available in the US at this point, it is certainly possible that it will become available within the next few years or so. At that point, maybe Foreo's technology will be so advanced, like it's not even a question which one you would buy. At this point in time, I think that if you're looking to enter the makeup remover device market, I think this is a great entry for those who don't want to spend a lot of money. If you're able to access it, or, you know, send a friend to China to get you one, then I say definitely go for it. People buy things to try for fun for way more money than this one costs. So if you are able to get your hands on it, I highly recommend that you buy one and try it out. Alright, I gotta go get done with the rest of my nightly beauty regimen, which, not surprisingly, I don't adhere to on a daily basis. Please remember to like, subscribe, or comment to let me know what you thought of this video. If you've tried Innisfree products before, I would love to hear recommendations. I'm still relatively new to the world of K-beauty. It would be nice not to have to navigate through this tangled forest on my own. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.